Alrighty, it is time for us to race Paris-Roubaix in Tour de France 2022. I forgot I had the Twitch window open in another window. I'm going to close that because I don't want to hear myself talk while I'm talking. There we go. Okay. Paris-Roubaix. This is one of the monuments. This is one of the classics. A classic is a one-day race. The monument, there's like 5 of these that are the big one-day races in the cycling calendar. It's a very old race going back to 1896. So it's like as old as the modern Olympics. And I'm going to be racing with Alpecin Phoenix. It's called something else at this point. The team names change like every single year because of the sponsors. But I'm racing on this because of this gentleman right here, Mathieu van der Poel. He has not yet won in 2022 by the time he does this. I'm saying this to my wife, who's both next to me in the chat and next to me on the couch. Mathieu van der Poel in 2022 has not won this yet. Now in 2026, he's won it 3 straight times. He is about to be, you can see he's got a little like double star rating on the cobbles there. So we're just going to be completely selling out in this race to try and get him to win. And he does not win it this year, as I said, but feel pretty good about it because we've got Jasper Phillips in there as a sprinter to take up a lot of the early chunks of racing here, setting a pace along with Merlier. And then these 4 dudes, going to be real. Don't really know a lot about them. I have selected them for the team race today because they are good at cobblestones. That is the thing about Paris-Roubaix. It's all about the cobblestones.
Hi guys.
So, we're going to see that separate. I know the race director is saying something right now in his very British accent, the John Madden equivalent of this game. But yeah, Paris-Roubaix, you can see the profile. There is pretty much no elevation. What there is instead is all those little gray circles, which are all tiny little sections of cobbles. And these are not cobbles in the sense that we might understand here in the Western Hemisphere. A lot of the stuff that we know as cobblestones over here in the Americas, they are actually like the old ballast from ships. It's a different shape from the pavé cobblestones that you would find in, say, France, Belgium, etc. These are big old cubes that are about the size of your skull altogether, and they're really unpleasant to bike over from all accounts. And this is basically a race designed along with the Tour de Flanders is the other big one, but this is like the race that's just about cobblestones. It's really, really brutal. People call it the Hell in the North. Yes, we are racing as Mathieu van der Poel. Call this race On the Rocks. On the Rocks, Hell in the North, which in France is, I think, L'Enfer du Nord. I don't know, I'm not very good at French. So, now that we've got our team set, time to goose this game. So, I actually had a chance recently to speak with the moderator, hello Eva, if you're watching this, of this run on speedrun.com, and talked to her a little bit about the meta of it. First off, we have upped the difficulty. We are upping it to, I was going to put it at max difficulty. Fun fact, I haven't gotten to the level necessary to unlock that yet. So instead, I'm on the highest one that I can get to right now, because apparently that makes a big difference for how fast all the other riders are going, and we want to take advantage of the other riders going fast as much as possible for this speed run. The other thing you told me, which I will probably take into account later, is that we can just go in and juice people's stats too. That's fine, as long as you take the time to do it. So in the future, I'm going to do that. But for now, we're still just going to use this team. And this has kind of been set up in order of how important they are to the racing. We've got Philipsen and Merlier back here, because they're really just going to be setting the pace early on. Everything is about my boy Mathieu van der Poel up here. So, let's go ahead and first just command the team from here to ensure a minimum tempo to start. We're going to make sure we've got everybody out towards the front. There we go. Make sure we've got people in the front of the league. And now we're going to start setting a high tempo. And we're going to actually do that a little bit more manually. We're going to do it with our boys here who who are better at the cobbles. We want to save them for later. So these guys are all going to persist without limit. Persist without limit, persist without limit, persist without limit. And for a little bit, Merlier and Philipsen here are just going to go all out. And they're going to take turns juicing this. Jasper Philipsen, really high-level cyclist, would not be getting used in this way in a real race. But we're going to be brutal to him, and we're just going to use him this way because we really just care about Mathieu van der Poel winning today. And then we're just going to fast forward through his Millier. He's starting to get a little juice down there, so we're going to give him a break. He will now persist without limit. And Jasper Philipsen will take over at the end of the race. And folks, welcome to TDF 2022. Fucking great. Great gameplay here. Now, some breakaways have started. We're going to just not worry about them for right now. They do not matter right now. But later on, we are going to need to set up Mathieu van der Poel circuit. Oh, there's probably some lag issues on the stream there. So we're continuing through. This is a long race too. As a one-day one, it's about 240 kilometers already. So we're down to just under 220 now. All right, Philipsen's getting a little tired. We're going to let him take a break. We're going to go back to Millier. These are two very fast dudes. They are sprinters. They are going to be setting the pace. Again, neither of them are like enough of a goon that they would be getting used in this way. But there are goons today. In fact, we're even going to burn their feeds in a second because we have so many feed zones today with this. So let's go ahead and give him a little blue goo, a little blue gel. Always got to make sure you're giving him the right gel. It's very important. All right, how far back are we getting from these breaks now? Still not enough that I'm worried, but we're going to keep an eye on it. All right, and we're going to let also one of our other guys just take a little bit of a turn at the front while Merlier and Philipsen both chill for a second. Get some blue gel for you, Philipsen. Juice him back up. Merlier's got plenty of time to get ready before we start having some of the cobble boys lead. So we're coming up on that first cobble section. All right. Yay, persist not limit. We're going to slow the tempo down a tiny bit, going, no, we're not. No, we're not. Who the fuck are we kidding? Let's go. So now we're coming up to these first pave in the next few kilometers. Alright, so there's one group that's up there. They've got 5 guys, and they're about a minute up. I'm going to let that be for now. But after that first feed zone, we might need to start thinking about Van der Poel making an attack. Get up to that group. And we're off. Here we go through the first cobbles. Oh boy, is that rumble on the controller working. And as every time we switch through cobbles, just to keep the team fresh, I'm going to have someone else work their way out to the front. That's just how we're going to do it. Oof. It's another brutal one. So this race, again, like, cannot stress how horrible it is to the people that race it. Like, there have been some horrible accidents where kneecaps get so dislocated that just kind of balls of blood start filling up in their space. It's a really brutal race. It is also the kind of race where, like, you will talk to that same person who's just had that injury, you know, some horrible blood swelling in their leg. They'll say, God, why has anyone ever made this sick joke of a race? Can't wait to be back here. It's the most beautiful day in the cycling calendar. Like, it is some real sicko shit. And bikers are sickos. I mean, everything about cycling is just fucking sicko behavior. So, you know what? All makes sense in the end. Alright, we gotta start getting some more reps between everybody because we are getting towards that feed zone. We can start burning a couple more of these cobble guys, get them a little bit more juice in between some of these sections. Oofa doofa. So again, just real flat race. A lot of guys just getting beaten up all day by fucking cobblestones. And I'm just going to keep cycling through them. Ha-ha, cycling. Okay. Feed been replaced. We're going to give our first guy his gel. Oh, yeah, see, that gap's shrinking big time now. They're down to only 32 seconds. We'll catch up to them soon. In fact, we might even just go to... No, we're going to stay manual for a little bit longer. We are going to go to a minimum pace in between a couple of these, just to get some juice for the team. So we are going to take a slight break from that full effort. Because again, I have not set everyone's endurance to like the maximum level, which is totally fine, which you can do, which many have done, in order to succeed with this game. And at some point, I will have the patience and the wherewithal to do so. Ooh, this is a long one. This is 2.5K. Yeah, even fast forwarding this, as someone that can imagine how hellish it would be to cycle that little bit, you know, just going through like snowbanks right now in the mid-Atlantic. Ooh, there's that breakaway group. We are catching up on them quickly.
The breakaway's over. It starts all over again.
All right, we've got some fresh goon goo, which I do want to acknowledge. My beautiful wife, the goon goo. We've had a nice break here. There's the pave. Yeah, this is a long one. We're going to start playing a little bit more manually once we get out of this, because there's no... Someone just break. Someone just tried to break. Let it go. Let it go.
Classified as 4 stars. Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
There's only 3 guys left up there. We're going to hold off for just a little bit longer, but I do need to start thinking about making some kind of attack there. We'll try and hold Philipsen off to get to Van der Poel, because even if he kills himself going over the cobbles, he's got a lot of speed to bridge there. We're just going to continue a pace for now. We are going to going back to setting a high tempo. We're just going to kind of manage feeds for a little bit. See who gets started there. DeBonk gets started off, so we'll keep an eye on his energy level there. Let's get him as we head into this. That hit a blue goon goo. Left, yes, catch them back up. Okay. So it's just that group of 3 about 52 seconds out. I'm not worried about that right now. Oh my goodness! That's Mads Pedersen. Okay. Hold on. Mads Pedersen. We gotta follow that attack.
Who will put his stamp on the race?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Van der Poel on follow attacks from this point forward. If other people keep trying to break, we're within 100K. I don't want him to get left behind. So the rest of the team is gonna continue setting this high pace. Slow down a little bit to ensure a minimum, but we're going to keep Van der Poel on attack.
In the final kilometers.
Yeah, we've lost a couple of our dudes. We've lost some goons, and you know what? That's going to happen. We're under 100K now. Let's get the boyos that are still with us juiced back up. God, I can't imagine doing this to Jesper Philipsen.
Okay. I'll consume a feed.
Just brutal treatment.
From Warlin to Brillion is 2.
Oh, and there's a break. And there it goes.
1,400 meters long. When they exit,
Van der Poel's alone up in this front group. We're going to continue to ensure minimum tempo, but he is alone at about 69K. Nice to go. There is another feed coming up. We're going to use this blue gel before we hit that feed zone.
I'll consume a feed.
It's now the turn of the Orchy sector to welcome the riders. 1,700 meters of cobblestone.
God, I hope I didn't use that blue before the feed, and that's why. As a refilled, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That sucks. Oh boy, that's not fun. Oh, there's the... So I did some... There are like named portions of the... Oh my goodness. Oh, Wout van Aert. Okay, this is actually very cool the way this is playing out. Wout van Aert is currently the leader up there. He's up by a good amount. And that is like, we gotta try and catch him. We gotta try and catch Wout van Aert. That is Matthew van der Poel, like since they were 8 years old, his arch rival. Matthew van der Poel is Dutch. Wout van Aert is Belgian. They have both been racing together in like cyclocross and in that Flemish region, just in all competitive racing, literally their whole lives. That is incredible. That's how it's coming. Wout van Aert finished third in the 2022 Paris-Roubaix, the actual version of this. Oh, are we getting up? We are, God, we are so far. I did not realize he had gotten a whole 2.5 up on us. Yeah, we gotta be pressing harder, guys. Up here with this crew. Good news is we don't have to win the stage to be able to submit the time. Falling all the way back to our other teammates. No, that's fine. Van Aert is alone. He's going for it solo there at the end. If I get through here, we gotta start. We gotta attack. We gotta go for it. See what we can do.
This sector goes on to win in Roubaix.
I've officially bottomed out of energy as Van der Poel. This is brutal. This is brutal. We're at Roubaix. We're finishing the velodrome. That was a really tough finish. That was pretty brutal. We will see what the final time is. I would love to be on the leaderboard with under 5 hours, 40 minutes. I would love to not be last. We will finish the stage and see how this ended up. Tough ending though. Tough ending there. But that is the first time we played on that, and it's a brutal course. It is devastating. I had not maxed everybody out, and I played as though I had. We still finished with what I think will be a pretty good time. We'll see. And then we'll take a break and see if there is time for another race this evening. Getting some good cycling in here in the meantime. Tough to get the exercise outside right now on the ice. Wherever you are, I hope you are not dealing with as much ice as we are here in the Mid-Atlantic. Oh, don't make me rewatch this. Don't make me rewatch my failure. God, I wish I lived near a velodrome. A velodrome. It's one of these, like cycling dromes. It's a little stadium for track cycling. And there are none in the Mid-Atlantic region. It's a bummer. I would love to kill one. I hate when they give you the terrifying eye. Wow, Van Aert with the win. Van der Poel's mortal enemy. Hilarious way to lose this. Not gonna lie. Absolutely hysterical way to lose this race. To just not notice that Wout van Aert had gone completely free. Whoops. It be that way sometimes. Fifth is okay. Damn though, 543 and 18. 543.18 is rough. But we're going to put it up there. We're going to put it up there. It's good to get on the board. We can run another one some other time. So let's go ahead and close that out. Take a quick break. And then do another one.